The Deion Sanders era has begun.
What?
Prime times at Dave's show.
Are you serious?
Bet your ass I'm serious. In real life, rumors were circulating last year that the Hall of Fame corner was going to take the head job at his alma mater, Florida State. And that's good enough for us. This being his first ever college job, his coach skill tree is set to 0, and our first upgrade's going towards scouting.
So wait, you're still controlling the team?
Of course. It's Dave's show University.
So you're just starting over with a new coach. We know how this story ends. What's the difference?
Well, let me get this out there. We're leaving the SEC and going independent. And I think some of you will be in favor of that move. So there's that, and also, it's one thing to embarrass myself, it's a whole other to embarrass Coach Prime.
How do I think the season's gonna go? It better go good. How do I think? It better go good. You can spell better any way you want to spell it. B-E-T-T-E-R, B-E-T-T-A, B-E-T-T-A-H, but it better go well.
Yes, sir. So I've been hitting the practice field up pretty hard recently. I had my guy Alec come at me about my juke moves, or lack thereof. So how about I hit him with a little bit of this? And a side of that.
What is this?
It's practice, Harry. I gotta give major props to Foxy Hikari for coming through with this pro tip.
Yeah, thanks.
Right? I thought I was gonna have to start the dynasty all over again, but with the way the coach thing works, we can do this thing forever.
I hate this.
Some nuttiness in the coaching carousel. After a 4-8 season, Nick Saban retired at Alabama and taken over real-life UTEP head coach Dana Dimmel. After going 7-6, Mark Richt gets an extension at Georgia. Jimbo Fisher got fired at Florida State, taken over as real-life Utah State running backs coach Dave Schramm, and Jimbo's off to be the OC at Clemson. After going 1-11, Michigan fired Jim Harbaugh and replaced him with a Notre Dame alum, real-life Louisiana Tech head coach and Lou Holtz's son, Skip Holtz. Minnesota fired Kirby Smart, and he's off to take the head job at Buffalo. Gary Patterson is the new head man at Kansas State following Bill Snyder's retirement, and Dave's show is trying to hire real-life Notre Dame special teams coach Brian Polian away from Nevada, but I think we're better off with Neon Deion. Meanwhile, Coach Show took the offensive coordinator job at Florida State. We might have to see him in the near future. Dave Show's new offensive coordinator is Andy Rickman from New Mexico State, and the new defensive coordinator is real-life Florida DC Todd Grantham. Unfortunately, both guys restart at level 1, so we're upgrading ball security to the OC and +1 block shedding to the DC. On to players that won't be at the new staff's disposal. JUCO transfer tight end Dave Ross finished his brief career here with over 1,000 yards receiving and 6 touchdown catches, including a nice bomb last year at Auburn. Going deep. Caught! Dave Ross, touchdown Truckers! Hey! Ho! Dave Show! McPherson. To Dave Ross, and he's off to the races! 30, 20, 10-5, touchdown Truckers! All-American corner Joe Chambers made significant contributions in all 4 of his years here at Dave's show, finishing with 12 interceptions and last year, a safety. Brings up 2nd and 11, a glitch and a safety! 2 points for the Truckers. Joe Chambers and Damon Brown make the play. Queen. Picked off by Joe Chambers. The defense keeping us in this one. The Iowa State transfer, All-American free safety Mike Johnson arrived with some baggage, but instead of taking his aggression out on women, he started popping opposing teams. Come on in. Yeah! Mike Johnson with the stick. Ugh! Mike Johnson. Bat it away. Mike Johnson. The Syracuse transfer, defensive tackle Stephen Clark had a much better career here than he did in real life, finishing his senior season with 8 sacks. Sacked by Stephen Clark! Sacked by Clark again! The tight end turned fullback Torian Turner. His best highlight last year was laying out cock blocks during a kick return. Alright, let's set the tone here in the second half with a big return. Big block by Torian Turner. And another one! 4th and 11. Hey! Torian Turner, the senior. Make a play on your last game. Running back Adrian Williams' production on the ground fell off pretty hard in his senior season, but he didn't really have much around him to work with. Setting up the screen to Adrian Williams, he's got blocks and he's got running room. Brought down right at midfield. Falacio. Adrian Williams, touchdown Truckers! And finally, defensive end Nathan Collins. Not a lot of production in his 4 years as a starter, despite ending up as the highest overall rated player on the team. Sack! Fumble! Recovered by the Truckers! Nathan Collins is off to the races!
No.
Touchdown Truckers! Stopped. Nathan Collins, playing in his last game.
Come on, if you're gonna rip on a guy, rip on a guy.
As time. Missed tackle, another missed tackle, and a third. Touchdown Howlers.
Oh yeah. Another spectacular performance, coach. We gotta see that again.
Here it is. Nathan Collins, the first missed tackle. Damon Brown, the second, and Joe Chambers is diving for error. Nice. Nobody was drafted out of Dave's show, making this the second out of 3 years where no Truckers were drafted.
And still, a player that you've signed is yet to get drafted.
It's true, but hopefully Coach Sanders can change all of that. In off-season recruiting, we've got 2,000 points on 5 different players. 2-star kicker Ben Riley, 3-star center Larry Patterson, 4-star athlete Fred Stewart, 4-star receiver Dominique Pittman, and 3-star tight end AJ Carrington. And after all that, only the kicker Riley and tight end Carrington signed with Dave's show, as well as a left end Nick Garner.
Awful decisions.
Overall, the class finished 51st in the nation, with 4-star defensive back Bill Baker and 3-star gem middle linebacker Mike Pugh topping the list. And don't forget that name Chris Gray at quarterback, as well as JUCO transfer Ira Brown. He'll be starting next year at fullback. Somehow Mississippi State cracked the top 10 in recruiting. I'm guessing their guys had fevers. And the only prescription was more cowbell. Position changes. We assigned Bill Baker to free safety, and we'll dive into these other moves in the next video when we talk depth chart. Same with training results, which, oh yeah, look at sophomore quarterback Davy Jones at 89 overall. But senior quarterback Bo Falacio got that accuracy though. What's Coach Prime gonna do? As mentioned earlier, we don't have to suffer the brunt of an SEC schedule. I aligned all the other conference the same as real life, except I got West Virginia in the ACC and Louisville in the Big 12, because, come on. So that's a wrap on the off-season video. Next up will be the preseason video, where we'll go through all of this.
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself.
So be sure to subscribe and click that little bell so you don't miss it. Also, let us know in the comments what you think about the new coaching hire, Deion Sanders. And I'd ask you who you'd want to see us play since we get to pick all 12 of our opponents next year. But the schedule's already been made and we'll reveal it in the next video.
Schedule a gunshot to the head.
So for Harry Downer, I'm David Johnson. Thanks for watching and we'll see you at the next show. Roll Truckers!